go off when I enter the building.
Coming to you live on 2K Sports, it's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. The Chicago Bulls here to defend the home court, playing host to the Western Conference. And the starting group for the Spurs. Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Duncan out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. 3 on the clock. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And the Spurs with possession.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
Dishes it to Gibson. Here's Gasol. Kicks it out to Gibson. And stolen by Aldridge. From deep, Green. The shot is off. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Tim Duncan with the rebound.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the game. First one falls for 2 shots.
You know, guys, one of the things that is always going to keep you competitive against the West is a good defense. It's one reason why the Bulls tend to be a tougher matchup for teams from the West, because they do D up.
Bulls had a good year against the West last season. 17 up, 13 down against the Western Conference.
Yeah, and how about playing 500 or better against every division in the Western Conference? So impressive to think they did so well given how many games some of their starting players missed.
For 3, Gibson. Rose dishes to Butler. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard.
That's his first personal foul.
Dunleavy kicks to Butler. 5 on the clock. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. You got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that. But I will say, it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
Here's Butler. After the basket by San Antonio. Bulls moving the ball around. It's stolen by Green. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden. Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Green, the pass to Aldridge. To the paint. It's tipped. And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight. I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer. Was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
For 3, Dunleavy. Outside Butler. Second chance shot. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And listen, San Antonio is an older team, actually the oldest in the league last season. And because of injuries and days off, they didn't get to feel that preferred starting 5 a lot last year.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah's checked in for Gasol. Mirotic comes in for Taj Gibson. McDermott's checked in for Dunleavy. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. And here's Brooks from outside. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Will it go? And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Morris checked in for Butler. Mirotic dishes to McDermott. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Spurs only use their preferred lineup less than half the season, but still a strong campaign. 22 games played with the starting lineup of Parker, Green, Leonard, Duncan, and Splitter.
And you know the Spurs will go on to use 23 different starting lineups, Kevin. That would be the 5th most in the NBA.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
He knocks it down right at him. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's Chicago as they end the first quarter on a 12-4 run. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
Yep, and they've set the tone here early with the hustle they've come out with.
Portis is out there with Noah. Then there's Mirotic. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Moore in a shooting guard. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Justin Holiday's checked in for Chicago. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for West. Here's Mirotic. And it's off from three-point range.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Chicago has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Rose passes to Portis. The kick out to Rose. Out to the wing. The pass to Noah. 6 to shoot. And Holiday kicks it to Noah. Fires at the elbow. Hits the front of the rim and out.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau and the Bulls front office. Surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often. A winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Pau Gasol's checked in for the Bulls. Dunleavy comes in for Mirotic.
And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team and the way they approach the game.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Here's Portis. And the 3 off target. Spurs leading by 3. Leonard kicks to Parker. There's the triple. Leonard, no luck.
And when you look at how Thibs got fired, I mean, there are a lot of reasons why a coach can be let go. I mean, he didn't have any performance issues, but apparently clashed in some form or fashion with the front office. Sometimes that's all it takes to be asked to go somewhere else.
For 3, Dunleavy. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
And no doubt last season the Bulls were clearly preparing for the playoffs. They played their rookies but added a lot of playoff seasoned veterans to that roster.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Taj Gibson's checked in for Portis. Butler comes in for Justin Holiday. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. And Leonard gets it to go.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
As you mentioned, the Bulls added veteran leaders last season. Pau Gasol was the notable one. 11 Bulls. Clark had playoff experience prior to their postseason run a season ago.
And that's invaluable, Kevin, to have that kind of experience. I mean, having Gasol, two-time champion in the locker room, big, as is having almost a dozen guys who understand the intensity and the details that playoff basketball requires.
Butler from outside. It's rebounded by Aldridge. To the inside. Leonard. The shot is off. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Dunleavy for three. Good on the shot. Dunleavy's got 5 points now this quarter.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. It's not really a surprise at this point, but the Spurs were in the playoffs last year. 18th consecutive appearance.
Yeah. And they weren't in that usual top three spot, though. Although, had they won the last game, instead of being the sixth, they would have been the second.
Right.
Didn't have that home court advantage. And as they went up against the Clippers, it really cost them in that seventh game.
Chicago making a switch here. McDermott's checked in. San Antonio also making some changes. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson. Green comes in for Kevin Martin. And Parker subbed in for Patty Mills.
And against the Clippers, the Spurs didn't have home court advantage. I mean, ended up playing a big part in that series. They ended up losing in Game 7 in Staples with some questionable timekeeping, but that's not why they lost.
Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And that Spurs series sure didn't feel like a first-round matchup. I mean, you could have easily have seen either team playing for the title, regardless of who won the series. Both teams acknowledge that it felt like a conference finals matchup.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Gasol dishes to McDermott. Back to Gasol. Soft touch off the glass. Now it's a 3-point Bulls lead.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
The 15-footer. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Bulls lead by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
You know, and as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
Guys, we saw some amazing dunks from him. I can't imagine he'll be able to top those in these last 2 quarters, but I'd love to see him try.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
On the court right now for the Spurs, the always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Duncan in the center position. Last season, the Bulls were a tough matchup, solid margin of victory for them, and never looked overwhelmed, Clark.
Yeah, you know what? They're a team that's even-keeled, the type of team that can win anytime they take the floor. They have a system that works, and good talent, actually excellent talent to make it special, and that combination is a winning one.
Here's Leonard. Rebound by the Bulls. Gasol's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And here's Rose outside. That doesn't go either for Rose. Leonard attacking. And that one's good. Leonard's got 18 points in the game.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Butler against Green. Kicks it out to Gibson. Here's Butler. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Butler's got the game tied up here for Chicago.
Just a terrific all-around scoring effort from him. I mean, it's because of that they're even in this game.
And Leonard gets it to go.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Rose passes to Gasol. An easy 2 points on the layup. Gasol's got 8.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
And Leonard gets it to go.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Bulls trail by 3. Rose kicks to Gibson. Butler in the corner. Fires for 3. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the 3-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the 3-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah is checked in for Gasol. Iritic comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Dunleavy. Here's Marjanovic. Anderson outside. From deep. Some changes for Chicago. McDermott's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Brooks in for Rose. And there's the feet to Iritic for the lead. And again, no good by Chicago.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
And he gets it to go. Mills has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And guys, when you watch the Spurs play, it's like watching poetry in motion. I mean, every cut, every screen comes at a precise time, and they play beyond the sum of their talents because of that style.
For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Moore, left side. But 3. Another three for Chicago. Spurs do have a beautiful play style, and their offensive numbers show it, Greg. You're right there. One of the most fluid teams I can recall, Clark, in the NBA with their ball movement.
A joy to watch. I mean, they ended up top 5 in shooting percentage last year, as well as top 5 in assists. Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Here's McDermott. Puts up a three. No good from Moore. Spurs trail by 5.
They have a 2-for-1 situation if they go quick.
Yeah, I don't think they have to rush, though, Greg. Just need to find a good shot this time.
Not good shot selection. Long range and the defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
Stolen by Anderson. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. That'll go on McDermott. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Ginobili with the three. No good on the buzzer beater. The third quarter comes to a close. It's the Bulls as they end the third quarter with a big 11-3 run. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So for Chicago right now, Portis is out there with Dunleavy. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Rose. And it's Holiday in the 2-guard. Rose, a screen on Martin. The Bulls keep it alive. The kick out to Holiday. Shoots the three. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Bulls?
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
Yeah, but Clark, the other thing that sticks out for me, the number of assists they've made over the course of this game.
Taj Gibson's checked in for the Bulls.
Kevin, it's disheartening to see them keep missing opportunities to extend the lead at the line. I mean, when you have a chance to put a team away from the line, you want to take advantage of that. You don't want to give them a chance to come back on you.
Rose kicks to Holiday. Back to Rose. Right side Gibson. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Dunleavy for 3. Gibson dishes to Gasol. Three-pointer. And again, no good by Chicago.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Inside. And Holiday kicks to Dunleavy. No good with the triple.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Gasol kicks to Dunleavy. Parker with the steal. Here's Martin. Finishes the freak with a slam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out, full speed. Guys?
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
Mills, he's checked in for Parker. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That'll be his second foul of the game. So it's San Antonio now. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Pass to Leonard. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Rose kicks to Gibson. Butler on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. The 19-foot shot. And right through it goes. And the Bulls lead by 2.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Passes it to Aldridge. Back to Green. He dishes it to Mills. He kicks it to Duncan. Looking for Aldridge. He gets it there. And that comes off the assist by Duncan.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
For 3, Dunleavy. And he gets it to go. Dunleavy's got 5 points in the quarter.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Aldridge, the pass to Leonard. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws. In a crucial spot, he is always so solid at the line. He rarely wastes those opportunities.
Rose kicks to Butler. .35 seconds left in the fourth. It's stolen by Duncan. Pass to Green. Duncan, a screen. Leonard attacking. They kick it out to Green. Misses the tray. Back to Duncan. He feeds it to Leonard. And there's the 3-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Kicks to Gasol. Let's go. Good. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
Tremendous work all the way down to the wire. We were just wondering what would happen next. Major drama, and we saw a good one.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you.